Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm fucking forgot my name. I'm LittleGunBunny. And today I'm not in front of my normal backdrop because I decided to do an Armory tour. I think my cats are also in the room because this is their, this is my apartment and this is where they live. Yes, Hunter, you're very cute. He's being pouty. Why are you so pouty, mister, huh? You want love? I can give you pets. Let's go, kitty. Okay. Now you're gonna stop being a pouty pants? Yeah, you can play with that. That's for you. Yeah. Take this toy. Look, there's so many toys. Go get the toys. They're fun, Hunter toys. Okay. You're very cute. Sorry, I'm very distracted by my cats because this is their, I've been, not like it's like their space, it's my apartment, but like, usually I'm in my studio and I only let them in there sometimes. And I can't kick them out of my apartment, so I'm gonna let Hunter play with his stick in the background, but if you hear that, that's unavoidable. So I thought I would do an armory tour. I don't know if this really constitutes as an armory. It's where I keep all my weaponry, I guess. So, I don't know the definition of an armory though, because yeah, but a lot of people have been asking like, oh, what stuff do you have, what stuff do you not have, and so I was like, I'll just give you guys a tour, but also because some of it I haven't shown on my channel, actually quite a bit of it I haven't shown on my channel because I've been waiting for certain things to be ready, specifically outfits that I want to shoot them in that I've been making because I'm a nerd about it. Yeah, you're very cute, kitty. You like playing with that? You're so funny. I found the weirdest things to play with. It's literally just like a pencil. And he's having a lot of fun. Okay, now he's playing with like a rolled up sock. Anyway, I thought I would go through, oh my god, I forgot one thing. I have to forget it. Look, it's been a while since I've organized this place. So I thought I would give you a little tour of my armory, talk about the stuff I have, I guess. Yeah. So the way that this is organized is basically just like I had some bins full of stuff and then I had some shelves, and so I just kind of shoved everything onto shelves. I don't have that much stuff yet, so there's not like, you know, what's it called? There's not like a lack of room, but I am planning on getting a lot more stuff, and I'm also looking into getting a safe. Even though my state doesn't require me to have a safe, I would like a safe personally. But for now, everything's just kind of displayed as it is here. So without further ado, let's get started. So I think I'll start, maybe I'll go section by section. Yeah, let's do that. I'll probably start off here because this is where I'm standing in this section, which is not on the shelves, which is literally just stuff that's propped up on the bins. First, over here, I have my wicker basket that I'm a little bit obsessed with wicker baskets. I think they're perfect and I like them for storing things. And also when I went to a World War II battle reenactment over the summer, I found that they've used wicker baskets like that were woven to carry mortar rounds. And with my ever-going argument with my mentor that wicker baskets are superior and amazing, have now used this as an argument that I should be able to use wicker baskets tactically because it's a thing, or like there's a historical precedence. So I have my miscellaneous ammo. I'm sorry, my miscellaneous holsters are down here instead of that bucket because we needed the bucket for something else. If you haven't seen my miscellaneous holster video, I'm not going to go through all of them now because there's a whole video on that. And then next, again, yeah, like guns aren't my only interest in weaponry. I actually did fencing for like years beforehand. I've done archery more when I was younger, but I've recently gotten back into it. So I have some other weapons because I'm really interested in weaponry in general. And if you don't know me, I have a love of pirates. This was a gift from my mentor because I love pirates so much. And, you know, he also is into other weapons and stuff, which is I'm jealous of. So like, this is my cutlass, which needs some restoration, but it's so cool and I love it. It makes me very happy. Yeah, I plan on restoring it soon. It's still actually kind of sharp. I, having tested out many a sword, really like this one because it is light enough that I can actually wield it one-handed, but it's not like, not meaty. It's not like a tiny blade, right? Which is what you think about when you think about a lighter sword. I also just love the whole piratey vibe because I'm obsessed with pirates, especially for like, you know, the golden age of piracy. But the lightness and it's me actually be able to handle it with one hand and it not be like a struggle bus is a really big thing for me. I definitely plan on collecting more weapons in general as well as guns, but again, you know, the reason I don't own that many guns is money and also just picking out one. So that's definitely something I'm interested in, and I probably will add to my wish list later too, because yeah. But like I like historical guns, I also really like historical weaponry. So I'm a big fan of this for many reasons, but this is one of my favorite things ever. I probably want to mount it above my bed or something, but I want to restore it first, which I have a plan to do soon. Next is literally, okay, so this is a stick that I found in my backyard, like in my old apartment, and it so much looked like, I'll show you the top, Gandalf's staff from Lord of the Rings that I cut it down to like a better length and to now just keep it here as kind of a joke, but also just like, this is funny. It's my wizard staff, so I keep it as part of my armory, and you know, I could you know, do some damage with this. I don't know how much it would stand up to doing damage for like an extended period of time, but it's a pretty hefty stick. Whoops. I'll probably like treat it with something soon. And then this you have seen a lot. This is my What Would Stoner Do rifle. It is my first ever rifle that I've ever had. I love it. It's my like competition rifle, and it is probably like, if I think about my list of guns that I really want, it's probably one of the only, like, this is my favorite, like, for modern guns wise, like, this is my modern gun that I like, for competition and just in general. Like, for certain other specific uses, like a shotgun, I might get something different. But again, I have a lot of interest in historical guns in general, but also just like handguns, SBRs, stocked pistols, I think are a lot more interesting, but like, and I probably will end up collecting more modern long guns, but I definitely think like the What Would Stoner Do, at least for me, you know, with this commando stock, the H&H barrel is the solution for me for competition shooting. Like, this was something that Russell helped to, you know, design the gun. Like, it's like, hey, this is the best way of like putting it together. Like, it works for me. I like it. It's reliable. The ergonomics are perfect for me. I don't really have a need, unless there's something like specific for more competition rifles. Like, for me, a lot of the interest in guns and collecting stuff is things that I think are fun and interesting and useful. And yeah, so I think for me, like, when I'm thinking about like, oh, what am I going to collect? I'm going to think, do I like this? Will I either like how to kind of fulfill one of the criteria of, do I like this, shooting it, etc., and I'm going to use it? Do I like this because of its history? Do I like this because it's weird and that intrigues me, and there's something about the engineering or the mechanics that I like? And those are generally the categories. Like, I don't really like, me personally, I'm not going to buy guns to buy guns. And I have a very niche interest in certain guns in general. Like, I've learned is like, I really like historical stuff, especially weird historical stuff. Like, a weird looking historical gun is up my alley. And so I'm definitely like, you know, and there's certain staples I probably will want, but like, this is, you know, it's a What Would Stoner Do, like, it's the AR-15, like, it is the modern gun, but the What Would Stoner Do is like an improvement, so I don't really need anything more for that. You know, like, will I maybe one day get like a basic hunting rifle? Probably, like something that should have a 22. Yeah, probably. But again, like, I will want things as I use them, and I mostly do sports and competition shooting right now, so like, that's what I use for competition shooting. When I'm shooting a modern set and I want a long gun, that's what I'm going to use. I have a whole list of guns that I want and I'm interested in, and they're all for different and varying reasons and specific specificities. Like there has to be something that I like about it, and it's usually that it's unique or weird, or there's some cool history with it. Again, I really like historical stuff, and I don't mean in just like the last, 90 or 100 years or so. Like anything like older, I think it's really fun. Like especially stuff pre-World War II is really where my interest in historical guns lie. Yeah. But there are things like I like lever guns a lot, and so like there are things. I think PSR did a video with like this lever gun made out of like modern materials. I'm like, that's interesting and weird. There's a lot of different stuff. So again, it really varies, and there's a lot of like sub guns that I'm really interested in, but they're not long guns. So, I don't really want to just buy guns to buy guns. Again, I'm a big fan of weird or weird stuff, etc. And it all just depends on my needs and what interests me. But yeah, you'll probably see a lot more weird guns and a lot more. Sorry, my cat is loafing over there. That's really cute. Hi, Hunter. You look like a chonk. Why are you so chonk? I'm gonna just turn the camera. Look at this chonk. Here, wait, this is the angle I was seeing it from. Look at him. Also, they moved the carpet all the way over there. Anyway, that was cute. He's so cute and funny. Yeah, I think I'm over-explaining it, but like, yeah, this is my journey through guns, so it's the guns that I end up being interested in. And me liking history and weird history as like a big part of who I am, but like also weird sci-fi stuff. Like, I don't know, it's probably gonna be German. I would probably be interested in that too, but I'm gonna use it for like a run that's specifically about that. I probably wouldn't use it as a staple, but I still would like to collect it because I'm a big collector. Anyway, that's kind of explaining what I've learned about myself more because this is about my journey, and so it's gonna be about what I'm interested in. And next, I'm just going to do this one more last time because this is my sickle. Again, it needs to also be treated because I've let it get rusty. But ever the history nerd. I'm such a fucking history. Like even before I got into guns, I've always been a huge history nerd. I love like natural philosophy, science, and just like, I don't know, never been big on dates and big events, but studying why things evolve the way they do with people and societies. Like I'm really big anthropologist, nerd, but also love like the history of clothing and like how clothing relates to like why clothing evolves the way it does, what fabrics we use, why does this make sense, or why is this construction useful for the time, or for example, like I'm doing a project right now where I'm trying to figure out how women in the 1880s would carry a gun. And so I'm basically recreated a full 1880s outfit using, the methods and patterns of the time and reconstructing and trying to figure out for myself, because there's not enough information, what would be reasonable by physically experiencing that. And so that's a huge part of what I love about history. Like I love reenacting. I love like diving into the like headspace or like experiencing it, like daily life stuff, or like, because there's a lot of stuff that makes way more sense if you do that. And so I love that type of stuff. And I've worked in museums and done that for a while. So, and that's something that really interests me about guns as well, because, guns are like a thing that are pretty, you can separate from people. But for me, a big part of my interest lies with people. And why was this a need, right? This was a need at the time. This is the materials we're working with, so why was this designed? Anyway, I'm ranting. This is also just because I'm a fucking history nerd, and I prefer to cut grass with this or cut plants down because, yeah, I don't know, if cottagecore, history nerd, aesthetic shit, I don't know. It makes me happy, and that's all that matters. So I keep that here for fun. This is the first gun I ever bought. I'm not even kidding. I think it's also the first gun. This is my medieval handgun. I think it's 14th century, if I'm remembering correctly. I've never shot it before, but I have just finished my medieval Kirtle. So I will be doing that as soon as I can. Again, winter's a big problem here, but I'm fucking so excited. This is the gun I first bought. I think I bought this before I even started my YouTube channel. I saw a video in Range TV about this, and I watched it and I was like, okay, I'm buying that. And then literally, I think that day it was ordered. But I really like it. It makes me happy. Again, huge history nerd things. Like again, the weirder and the older it gets, the better for me. I love this thing. This is the epitome of happiness for me. another weird old gun thing, which is, I think, okay. So you guys know I like stocked pistols, right? Like putting a stock on a pistol. This is putting a stock on a cannon, which just, it makes me even happier. It combines like the weirdness, putting a stock on things like pistols, but with the power of a fucking cannon. It's also very, ties into my love of piraticalness because of its time period. Very 1600s, 17th century. I bought this, and again, I love black powder stuff. It's flint. I think it's flintlock. Yeah. This is the Grenadier hand mortar. I am also going to be making a video on this. It's again waiting for clothing and winter to be stupidly done. I'm probably going to shoot fucking hardtack out of it. I bought this used from somebody who didn't want it anymore. And it is my best friend. It's fucking heavy because it's basically just a cannon. There's so much. Again, weird, old. I love it. It makes me very happy. All right, next we're getting into more non-gun weaponry. This is my bow. It's basically just like a basic training bow. It's unstrung because I'm not shooting it right now. I have my quiver of arrows back there. Again, yeah, it's pretty small, which is good for me to train. I really want to get back into archery more. It also has helped me kind of train my strength in my arms, as well as using a lot of the same, I guess, fundamentals that I learned from shooting in terms of, getting a sight, respiratory pause, follow through, etc. So it gives me good kind of cross training as well as just fun weaponry practice. This is basically a wooden stock that had a trigger in it to make a little cricket noise, but I will use for dry fire practice sometimes. But that was before I had what was done or do, but I've just kept it here because it's very nice. Yeah, it's like a little trainer stock. It looked more like a gun once, but it kind of has fallen apart. All right, so I'm gonna move the camera a little bit because we're getting into, actually no, I'm not, I'm lazy. Okay, next we're getting into my first ever pistol that I bought. This is the Steyr, I think it's just the Steyr. I guess it's the Steyr L9A2 MF. I guess, yeah. But this is going to be, besides the Glockenstock, my competition pistol, which is a whole complicated decision depending on divisions and how my joints are feeling, etc. But it is in 9mm. It's a lot lighter than the CZ75. It has a red dot on it. I really like this gun. It handles really well. You can switch out the grip plates. There's not much else to say about it besides that it's my first pistol that I bought. I bought it from my mentor who had the red dot installed on it. So thankfully I didn't have to bother with that whole process. It has a rail here where you could put some a light on, but I don't plan to do that again. I'm not trying to add more weight to the gun, which I already really like. I basically, all I have to do for it now is just get more mags. Oh no, I have more mags. Actually, I have a few mags now. I have to just get a QLS fork mounted or QLS fork compatible holster for it that can go in my QLS fork mount for my gun belt. Yeah, that thing. All right, this, which I can't lock open because that's not how it does, is a CZ Shadow, CZ75, or yeah, Shadow basically, BB gun. Right, it won't play because that's not how it works. I used this for, I guess, BB fire practice because I was practicing a lot with the CZ75 because I like the grip. The grip ergonomics are just king. I love the, what's it called? This is the Steyr. I would like it to be a little bit more CZ75-ish in grip. Maybe I'll do that because it has replaceable grip plates. Maybe I'll smooth this one out a little. I don't know. I have to check on that. Anyway, yeah. So I still have this lying around, and then I have my cert, which I use for for dry fire or laser fire when I'm not using my when I'm using the Steyr. It's iron sighted. It is a Glock replica. It can only fire lasers. I was going to demonstrate, then I realized you can't see the thing. My cat got very excited because he knows that there's a laser pointer in my hand. Yeah. All right, now I will change the camera angle. All right, so now I'm sitting down here because there's some more stuff on these other shelves. Besides having 2 boxes of stuff that I have not really been able to go through, of stuff from my P.O. box, I have my pistol belt, which has my Bowie knife attached to it. I have my inverse bandolier, which has a whole video on it. I have this Alice belt thing that I got for my Quiet cosplay, but I would probably use in the future because it seems pretty helpful. I have the destroyed mags from Wilton Mag. I have a fantasy knife set, basically, and the Mantis for my Wilton NH rifle. And then over here, I have basically some ammo, some BB pellets, the QLS fork mount, some extra pouches, and a canteen of water, as well as like caffeine gum. And I also have 3 mags for my What Would Stoner Do. Again, like, there's not a very extensive armory. A lot of people, you might think from my videos, like, most of the guns I'm shooting in the videos are borrowed from my mentor. And he's very, like, awesome to let me borrow them. I really don't have that much. Like, I don't even have a holster for my pistol, but I also just bought my pistol like 2 days ago, so I don't really even have a holster for my pistol. Yeah, which is one of the things, like, I mean, I don't make that much money. Guns are expensive. Two, I've been waiting for my FFL to go through, and that's why I just bought the pistol. And I'm planning on doing a lot more. Taylor's and Company, watch out. And also, like, figuring out what I wanted to do is really important, because maybe a month or 2 ago, I might have bought the CZ75 as my competition pistol, or I may have just used the Glock, like, bought the Glock in stock, which is a lot more expensive. But I found the Steyr was really helpful for being light enough and having the ergonomics that I liked to help with my joint issues. But I'm not going to completely abandon the Glock in stock, because again, I can shoot even better with the Glock in stock than I can, or probably ever will be able to, with the Steyr, because that's just how this abilities work, right? Like, it is an aid that helps me do better, but I can get to a point, probably on good days and with enough work, I can probably get to a point where I'm happy with my shooting with the Steyr. The issue with that is, though, I might not have all good days, and so I will always like to have the Glock in stock as an option, which is, no matter how much strengthening and, work and anti-inflammatory stuff I do, there is still that issue with my wrists and my shoulders and my elbows that will make having a stocked pistol as an option in competitions that allow them, and really I only think Brutality does, in Partisan, is a good choice for me to have. I like stocked pistols, and I like having that option. And there are other guns that I'm interested in. I mean, there's also a lot of other stock pistols, but there are things that are, not old post-World War II, but are not necessarily modern in terms of, 2000. Like the VZ51 I'm interested in. TP82. Those are just both different stock pistols. Okay, but yeah, it's complicated. How I picked to buy guns is kind of again, it's slightly limited on finances. It's also limited on, if I'm just buying this for it to be fun and collectible, that's fine. But if I can't go buying just a bunch of handguns thinking, oh, I can shoot whatever because I am restricted by disability. And that sucks. But I also get to explore cool things like stocked pistols, and I also get to look at some of the lighter guns out there, different grip models, because I found literally just the shape of the grip can cause more or less pain to my wrists in the way that I'm holding it, which is really good to know for me, as I will be able to hold this and shoot this gun longer if the grip isn't causing my hand to sit in a way that's hurting it, right? And so there's a lot more thought I think I have to put into that. It's not as much of a, like a, oh, am I skilled enough with this gun? It's more of a, no, will this be physically an impediment to me based on like my joints? And there's enough work I can do on, you know, working with my joints. And the only real treatment for it is just taking really good care of them, strengthening, not over strengthening or over straining them, but like just other treatments. And so, yeah, so it's a kind of a fun balance of me trying to figure stuff out. And so that's what I'm going to have to, a lot of that I'm going to have to be thinking about as I grow my armory. Thankfully, I do have my mentor, who has a large pile of guns and that I can try. I have a lot of friends who will let me like, hey, I'm thinking about this, buy this gun. You have this, can I shoot it? Before I can do that, because that's kind of important to me. Again, as I don't have a lot of extra time, or as I like to say, extra hedgehogs, which I use just for spoons or energy. I don't have a lot of extra hedgehogs on my hands. You know, anyway, I would like to let you know that some information about my channel. First off, that I am only funded by my Patreon. I will not be doing sponsorships or using YouTube's monetization feature, even though they've asked me twice now. So if you are interested in that, you get extra LittleGunBunny content, and it starts at $5. So my link for the Patreon will be in the description below and on screen now. I also have a PayPal box where you're welcome to send me things. I will soon actually be putting together a requested list of guns and tactical gear and stuff that I like, including ammo, if people want to send me things that aren't a subscription-based service, or if you just have stuff lying around. So that will be being compiled soon, and I will keep that updated so people can know, like, oh, what do you shoot on, what does she, etc. I also want to say that I post videos every Monday and Thursday, so come to my channel and check out there. I do a good mix of things. I do everything from competitions to trying new guns to cosplay, shooting in cosplay, more goofy videos kind of like this, making cosplay, and just also pure goofing off. I also generally document my journey through guns and opening a gun shop. Let me think. I have social medias, which are on the screen over here somewhere, where you can follow me, but I mostly post on YouTube and sometimes on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I certainly enjoyed talking about these things, and giving you a little bit of insight into where my gun collection is, and I am excited to show you as it grows. All right, bye.